If you're a homeowner in Huron County or planning to become one, I'm going to be sharing an update on the latest real estate market trends for May 2023. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so that you can take advantage of some of the hidden opportunities, whether you're buying or selling. All right, overall, from a high-level perspective in May, there were 3.8 months of supply available in Huron County for all residential sales, which, believe it or not, keeps things in a seller's market territory still. What does that mean? Months of supply tells you how many months it would take for all the homes currently on the market to sell, given the level of demand. 4 to 6 months of inventory indicates a more balanced market where prices are neither rising nor falling. Less than 4 months means there's not a lot of inventory available, which can drive prices up. More than 6 months of supply means that there's a lot more properties for buyers to choose from, which can bring prices down. We're just about on that cusp of having enough inventory to push into a balanced market, but we're not quite there from a numbers perspective. The market does seem considerably less crazy than the last few years when we use this term seller's market, but we are seeing select properties turn into multiples in the last month or so. How is this number trending versus last month? Well, it's up from 3.5 months, which doesn't surprise me as we're still in a busy spring market when more properties tend to get listed. So I wouldn't conclude yet that it means that the market's shifting beyond what it normally does around this time of the year. The average price for a home in Huron County is around the $597,000, but keep in mind that that is the average across all areas for residential, which is going to include larger farm properties to smaller price condos. The single family home category averaged around $654,000. The average price for all residential is down 3% versus this time last year and was up 18% from March to April, but peaked out in April, and our May numbers actually show that it went down 6% versus last month. So time will tell what the summer months will bring for us. Moving along, the average list to sale price ratio was 98.4% in May. That simply means that the properties were selling for 98.4% of list price, so just under asking. That's up from 97.9% last month, but down a whopping 13% versus last year. Remember though, 98.4% is still a great number for sellers. Now, when you're looking at this stat, you've got to keep in mind that it has a lot to do with the strategy that a seller uses when they're listing their property. A year ago, everyone underpriced their home to entice bidding wars. Although it would seem that sellers aren't doing that these days, in the last 2 to 3 weeks, we are seeing sellers hold on offer presentations and creating bidding wars on select properties. This doesn't mean that the property will go into multiples with this strategy, but it is one way that sellers can market their home. Now you might be wondering, how long is it taking for properties to sell? For Huron County, on average in May, it was taking 26 days for a property to sell. That is trending up from the last month where it took 22 days on average, and obviously way up from last year where it only took 12 days. That's a 225% increase, which is to be expected as buyers are now cautious and taking their time shopping around now that interest rates have increased in comparison to the last few years. So just know that if you're planning to sell your home, it's going to take longer than it has in the past. Once again, time will tell if it's market driven or seasonally driven. Okay, if you're thinking of buying real estate in the near future, mortgage rates are ranging from 4.4 to 6.7 depending if you're going fixed or variable, and whether you're getting financing through a bank or an alternative lender. The Bank of Canada does meet on June 7th, so we'll see if they raise the rates again or if they'll remain stable for the time being. Everybody's living situation will be different in this scenario, so speak to a professional, or if you still need help with this, I can refer you to a few great brokers. So in summary, when you look at May's market statistics, although it looks like things capped out last month with the price reducing by 6% in May, we still saw a 60% increase in sales with a sales to list price of 98.4%, which means the market's moving, buyers are out there and ready to strike a deal with sellers. It will be very telling on how our market shifts after June 7th when the Bank of Canada meets again. If they raise the rates again, will we see the market slow down, or will it just naturally soften with the summer months like it usually does? That's going to be interesting to see. Either way, one really important thing to understand is that Huron County market statistics are very different from big cities that you hear or read about in the news. So the bottom line is that whether you're buying or selling, your situation is unique and general market updates should be taken with a grain of salt. If you want an accurate market analysis for your home, or you're thinking of buying and want to know where hidden opportunities may lie, you can either request a free, no obligation market evaluation or book a call with me to have a no pressure conversation about your options. I'll always just give you the down-to-earth advice so that you're informed and make the best decision that's right for you based on your personal situation. If you think that's going to be helpful, you can click the link with this video and set it up. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos, and I'll be back next month with an updated report.